I want to take a look at the roadmap for Crypto.com and what they've achieved so far and what is yet ahead for this company that just continues to come out with story after story. Obviously, we have seen now more utility coming out for the CRO coin token, which is exciting. And we've also got some teasers out there that there is probably some more utility ahead, as we saw the CEO for Crypto.com talking about this coin increasingly. So even sharing this awesome video that Crypto.com posted out, where in their signage, they've got some conversation going on about where millions trade CRO right there, if you can see it in the banner of this rugby match. But if you go over to his X account, we have had teasers that there is more utility to come. They're trying to claw their way to the top. Well, what's yet ahead? Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this one, guys. I want to highlight, first of all, that we do have a stablecoin coming out, which it's coming out in Q3 is what they've decided is a appropriate timeline. That being said, Q3 ends at the end of September. So before September ends, we are probably going to see a Crypto.com stablecoin come out, and that is happening in the next 20 days at this point. So in the next 20 days, we're going to see a Crypto.com stablecoin launch. And that's happening at the very same time where we see a lot of excitement in the markets right now. Bitcoin's up a little bit. Ethereum's coming up a little bit right now because we have some CPI data that came out that is actually quite bullish. Inflation is getting better in the US, and we likely have rate cuts coming. Very likely. In fact, it's basically baked in that we will get a rate cut in September on the September 17th meeting. In fact, we might even get half a point cut, which is historically a bull signal for Bitcoin and crypto. And for CRO, that's probably going to be a bullish signal as well. Now, right now, at the time of this recording, Cronos coin is hanging in there at rank number 21 at a $8.5 billion market cap, slightly up on the day, but we are still down over the last 7 days because after having a very big boost up after this President's Media Group partnership where they bought a bunch of CRO tokens, we're having a little bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news event and kind of coming down. On top of that, I have been talking about potential bearish price action, potentially in September for Bitcoin. And for Ethereum, we are seeing these things come up right now. If we end up having a very green month, that would also be a bullish catalyst for CRO. But if you partner that up with this idea of the Crypto.com roadmap promise of a Crypto.com stablecoin launching here globally, not just in the US, but globally, that would also be one more bullish catalyst for this company. And looking into the future, still yet to have stock options launch completely here in the US. They're a little bit behind their timeline on that. The commitment was Q2, perhaps. They've really actually been on top of all these timelines, but I think they did miss one there. However, I do know that they are now offering a yield on cash in America, and they haven't updated that. And I thought you could do stock options, but these are all things that are planned ahead. Including international bank accounts, business accounts even, and they do have credit cards that are now out here in the US and planning to launch that in, looks like, Japan as well. And then the Prime card, which we don't even know what that's about yet. Travel rebates. There's still a lot more ahead. And what we're not even talking about yet is what other partners could be coming up, right? We already know we got the UFC, F1 racing, so many different things, but there's a lot more that could be coming down the pipeline for this. And it's coming at a time where, historically speaking, it's the most bullish time for cryptocurrency. It is that time in a bull market where we're supposed to be having some kind of blow off top. We've got partnerships happening for this company like crazy, and their goal is to reach the next billion users. And because of some of this news we've seen, I think they've got an opportunity to do it. I really do. They are truly a chop exchange right now, but that does not mean that there's still not going to be chop on the price. And so I still stand by the idea that you could easily see CRO coin come back down to 20 cents, maybe even 16 cents. But I'll tell you this, if Bitcoin wants to really rip here and continue back up and move to higher prices because the inflation data is looking favorable for rate cuts, we just have rate cuts that are very much likely ahead of us, we could start to see a rally and we might just start zooming up. I'm not surprised to see some resistance for CRO here, but we easily could be finding support here at the 25-cent level as well, which would be spectacular to see. And I think that the bull market likely could be over at the end of 2025, unless, of course, we go into a super cycle, which means that the best moment for not just Bitcoin, but the total market cap for cryptocurrency, the altcoins, Bitcoin dominance falling, CRO coin booming could be yet ahead. And if you want to trade the volatility in these markets, guys, in the description of every single video that we do, there is affiliate links for you guys and sign-up bonuses if you want to check them out. Up to a $100,000 deposit bonus for Bitfinex. Also, up to $5,000 deposit bonus for Blowfin, if you guys want to check those out. What I do is I like to trade the volatility of Bitcoin and Ethereum. CRO coin is more of a holding portfolio, a coin that I hold in my portfolio as opposed to trading it. If anything, I do like to swing trade it. Like when I saw CRO looking at resistance at 37 cents, I was thinking, well, maybe that's not a bad opportunity to maybe, for me, at least shuffle a little bit off the table, look for a bounce. Maybe this is a good entry point. Again, if we come a little lower, maybe that could be a good entry point. And as just an example there, look at the volatility. If you had sold some at 37 cents, here you are at a 33% discount from that price. If we come down to 20 cents, that's a basically 50% discount. And this is the beauty of the volatility that's in crypto. There are not only swing trading opportunities, but other opportunities for trading. Some of the platforms that I use to do that. Like I said, you could use crypto.com when it comes to actual leverage. I like to use Bitfinex and Blowfin. So if you guys want to do that as well, you can check it out. But ahead, the stablecoin, I think, is one of the biggest things that could be coming soon. I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's a big story. We saw the stablecoin legislation come out. We also probably have some Cronos ETFs coming sooner rather than later. In Q4, we were supposed to be getting the Cronos ETF submission. That one's well ahead of schedule, which is fantastic to see from this company. And the Cronos ETFs actually launching could prove to be a very bullish thing for the CRO coin token as well, which we're going to keep an eye on it. Continue to report on all the crypto news. I love seeing the CEO of Crypto.com continue to talk in a very bullish way, trying to claw their way to the top. I think they're doing a good job of that right now, but it's something where we're going to continue to report the news as it comes out day in, day out here on this channel. Subscribe to this channel for more crypto content. Do me a favor, smash that like, subscribe to the channel, and of course, I will see you in the next one. I got 2 videos for you guys right here if you want to check them out. Until next time, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and later today, we will have more content coming for you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, y'all.